Alright, today I'm going to be installing the Schaller Strap Locks. I got these on eBay for around $15. I use this leather strap, and you can see that this has begun to stretch out. The original strap button has pulled off a number of times recently, and I've actually been lucky enough to catch it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to remove this strap button with a number 2 Phillips. And try to take note, you notice it's not in there real tight, because you're going to want to put the new one in about the same. You don't want to over tighten them. Alright, so the kit came with a couple of different length screws and a new piece of felt. Initially I thought, well, I'll just use the original screw, but the head on the original screw is just a little bit larger and does not fit down into the strap button for the strap lock set as well as the one they provided. So I'm going to use their screw, this length, and I'm going to use my original felt, and the only reason why is because I think it's actually a little bit thicker and a little bit larger diameter. So I'm going to utilize the felt to protect the finish off the strap button that was originally installed. So alright, let's go ahead and get this installed real quick. Alright, so you definitely don't want to over tighten it, and you definitely want to try to get that in there straight so you're not making new threads. So I would just suggest tightening it up about the same amount as the one that you removed, if that makes sense. Alright, now we need to do the other one. And the process for this one is going to be the same. Just trying to center that felt piece a little bit. The ones that came with it were actually smaller, so I'm assuming they made them a little smaller so you probably wouldn't see them at all. But I'd rather have the thicker felt protection on the finish than have to worry about being able to see them. So, alright, let's go ahead and install the strap locks themselves. Alright, so these have a nut on them basically, and it's a 13 millimeter. Remember, these are made in Germany, so it would be metric. Okay, so the way that this works is this is going to punch through the strap like this, and you may need to, just so it's nice and neat and fits evenly, you may need to cut away a little bit of leather. This one's pretty well stretched, but I am just going to clip off these little pieces of ear or leather here. You can see how they're kind of sticking out. I just want it to sit a little more flush. So let me go ahead and grab some snips to do that with. Alright, I'm just using little wire snips like these. This is actually a good thing, because I was thinking that this strap may be stretched to the point where it would pull right through. I'm just taking off a little bit. It would probably work fine the way it was, but I want to make it kind of neat too. Okay, let's give it a shot here. Okay, then goes the washer. And then goes the nut. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave it somewhat loose, and I'm going to hang the guitar on me, and I'm going to put this so that when the guitar is hanging, I kind of want these vertical. So, you know, because the strap may be sitting like this, you're going to want this sort of, so the guitar, the weight of the guitar is sitting in here. Now this lock mechanism is going to hopefully prevent it from coming out anyways. You need to pull to release it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but I like the idea of the weight of the guitar sitting in this U shape. So let me do the other end here real quick, and then once I get the guitar hanging on me, I'll tighten it down with a 13 millimeter socket just by hand. So let's do the other side here real quick. Alright, so let's see how it fits. I may need to cut a little bit more leather off this top part of the strap because it's nowhere near as stretched as the bottom piece was. And yeah, I'm going to cut. You can kind of see, I don't really want it protruding up into the threads too much. You can see even after I get the washer on there, it's going to be tough to get that threaded. So I'm going to cut these little ears here, if you can see those. Cut that off a little bit. And remember, just take a little bit and try it. You don't want to cut too much all at once. You can always cut more off, but once you cut it off, you can't put it back, right? I suppose you could use scissors or something like that too, but these snips work really well. And I want to get all the layers of the leather strap to be about the same. And I got a little bit more on this side here. Alright, let's see how it works here. Get the washer on, flatten it out, and see if I can get the nut on top of that. Okay, again, trying to emulate how this would actually hang on the guitar. So if this was coming up around my shoulder like this is the exact opposite of what I'd want. I'd actually want the weight of the guitar to be hanging in that like that. So all I'm going to do next is just kind of hang the guitar on me, see how it sets, make sure these are vertical, and tighten it up with a 13mm socket just by hand. I'm not going to use a ratchet. So hopefully this video's been helpful. Leave questions and comments below. And if you like this kind of thing, certainly give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. See, these just pop in like that. It's not going anywhere. I have to pull out on this to release it. So hopefully this is going to make it a little bit more secure for me. Thanks for watching. Have fun.